The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Jasmine Irojak with tonight's news. In this edition, no budget for election preparations, missing family found safe in Solomon Islands, and PNG Hekari off to Melbourne for third OFC second. Today's special parliamentary committee hearing into the 2027 election preparedness has heard that the key lead agencies for the 2027 national general election did not submit their election preparedness budget to Treasury for consideration in the 2026 budget, thus missing out on funding to prepare for next year's election. It was heard that both the Police Department and the Electoral Commission did not request funding for election preparedness. Police Commissioner David Manning was absent and was represented by his deputy, Dr. Philip Mitna.
The Special Parliamentary Committee hearing into the 2027 election preparedness comes at the back of an inquiry conducted in 2023 by the committee to establish facts around the conduct of the 2022 national elections. In that inquiry, recommendations were made for the three lead agencies, Electoral Commission, Police and Defence, to implement going into 2027. One of the recommendations was for the agencies to prepare a year in advance for the 2027 elections, including budget submissions.
Is there a specific line item for 2027 election preparation for the police force?
However, the committee today had that the Police Department and Electoral Commission under the leadership of David Manning and Simon Sinai never submitted their budget plans for election preparedness.
Your department had a ceiling of 250 million for the Electoral Commission, and they did not submit and I know you were not the acting commissioner at the time, so don't take this personally. So you're saying that the Electoral Commission did not submit for the ceiling that you had already allocated for them. Is that what you say on time?
That's correct. We did not have any submission coming in on that, and therefore we tried to allow for that.
And that's the reason why you gave them 50 million instead of what they needed.
It goes through that process, I guess so.
Inquiry into the 2022 national election revealed that these lead agencies needed funding to prepare in advance at least 2 years to start procuring ticket items. However, the committee is concerned that some of these recommendations were never taken on board.
So the 50 million you have this year, are you confident that that is sufficient for you to prepare and also to sort out the electoral roll?
I guess that may not be enough. We may need another additional 50 because looking at the procurement processes and procedures and the cost of purchasing big ticket items, now with the inflation that has arose, it will require more additional funding for.
The Electoral Commission was allocated 50 million kina in this year's budget, of which nothing has been released yet. Electoral Commissioner Margaret Vagi says this money will be used to conduct electoral roll updates and awareness, among others. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
Acting Electoral Commissioner Margaret Vagi, during the Special Parliamentary Committee hearing today, seized the moment to announce the tentative dates for the 2027 national general elections. Writs for the 2027 national general elections will be issued on the 29th of April 2027, with writs to be returned tentatively on or before the 30th of July 2027.
Planning, Chair and Deputy Chair member, I've also set out the tentative dates up to IDEC already. The approval has been given by the Governor General for the tentative election dates, which we have already given the approval to announce. So whilst you are here, we can give the dates for the 2027 national election, issue of which will be on the 29th of April, 2027. Nominations will close on the 6th of May, 2027. Polling commences on the 26th of June. End of polling on the 9th of July, and we should retain the weeks on or before 30th July. So that's the tentative timetable which the Governor General has approved. So in the inter-agency coordination and planning meeting, we already distributed the states to them.
Prime Minister James Marape, alongside EU Ambassador Erika Hasnos and French Ambassador Pierre Fournier, officially announced today the establishment of the PNG Country Package Secretariat. The new secretariat, to be housed within the Department of Prime Minister and National Executive Council, will serve as the dedicated administrative hub for the PNG Country Package for Forests, Nature and Climate.
Prime Minister James Marape, alongside EU Ambassador Erika Hasnos and French Ambassador Pierre Fournier, officially inaugurated the PNG Country Package Secretariat at the Melanesian House today. The initiative, initially introduced by French President Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Marape at COP28, represents an innovative financing model. It aims to exchange international financial support for the verification and protection of Papua New Guinea's rich rainforest and marine ecosystems. This new secretariat will operate within the Department of Prime Minister and National Executive Council and will act as the administrative hub for the PNG Country Package for Forest, Nature and Climate.
The establishment of the Country Package Secretariat in the Department of the Prime Minister is a significant step to strengthen the governance and the implementation of the package. Good governance should ensure that all involved stakeholders can contribute to the best capacity to maximize the outcomes of the package. The European Union Forestry, Climate Change and Biodiversity Programme, in short the EUFCCB, is the cornerstone and the largest component of the initiative.
The Secretariat is expected to play a crucial role in transforming PNG's global climate commitments into tangible local outcomes, focusing on environmental sustainability while fostering economic opportunities. It is viewed as the engine room for implementing significant environmental initiatives that align with the country's commitments to climate action and biodiversity conservation.
Your announcement today takes on a very special significance as this year marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries. For more than a decade, France has been working on the international stage to establish partnerships between states and between public and private actors in order to take concrete and effective action in crucial areas such as poverty eradication, the climate emergency, and nature conservation.
Prime Minister James Marape acknowledged the support from the European Union and France, committing continuity in addressing environment conservation in the country.
That climate change is a phenomenon that has been caused by our human activities that has now caused our Mother Earth to be in groaning in as far as the effect of mankind is concerned. Agricultural revolution, industrial revolution, and the growth of population right across the planet is causing great stress to our common village called planet Earth.
By placing this office directly under the Prime Minister's department, PNG is ensuring that climate action is not just an environmental policy, but a national economic priority. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
While traffic enforcement officers are not supposed to collect cash payments, several factors warrant such a practice. The acting manager for the Road Traffic Authority in Momase, Thomas Alai, cited time as a factor, especially when motorists are traveling out of the city and do not have time to return to pay their traffic infringement fines.
Following complaints by road users in Ley, Morobe Province, the acting Chief Executive Officer for the Road Traffic Authority, John Avira, issued a directive that there will be no cash payments, either at road checks or even in RTA offices. Avira said 2 FPOS machines have been secured for Ley, and one of those is supposed to be used for road checks by traffic enforcement officers. However, in an interview with Ley Media, the acting manager for the Momase RTA Regional Office, Thomas Alai, explained that most times motorists find it an inconvenience to take a detour to the RTA office to settle their traffic fines.
Imagine it's officer 9 mile now, or you stop long Makam Bridge, or 40 mile. Karim, post machine run, right? Some of the network, it's a problem. One time, all customers around to on bank card, but you seem low. I post now. Also, they said no paying long case. So this is a creating problem. Normally, what happens is collecting what the man office, the road police, also carrying come office, no service team. But yes, I'm true. I say some problem is that be must have bit more. But I'm said man working, be plan all boss man stand plan run on the time road, monitoring, looking what's happening out on the road, kind of thing. We can talk about the best we could tell them what not to do and what to do in the office, but when they go out on the road, it's a different thing.
RTA's acting CEO, Avira, has advised road users to ensure they take the traffic infringement notice to an RTA office to pay using the FPOS machine, as well as insist on a payment receipt. He stressed that any traffic enforcement officer found guilty of soliciting funds under the guise of enforcing traffic laws and regulations will be dealt with severely, including termination of employment. Kamela Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
The commander of the National Capital District and Central Province's Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police, Benjamin Turi, has thanked the Chinese business community in the National Capital District for purchasing 2 new riot vehicles for NCD police. Speaking at the closing of the riot training for 66 police officers, Commander Turi thanked the business houses that have been very supportive of the police in the command. He stated that the donation of the 2 vehicles along with other equipment will now make police operations easier in the city.
Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police, NCD, and Central Command has thanked the Chinese business community in the National Capital District for purchasing 2 new riot vehicles for the police in the nation's capital. ACP Benjamin Turi, while referencing the January 10, 2024 chaos, said police were outnumbered by opportunists who looted and burned shops. He said that the riot training, the vehicles, helmets, and field gear will now help the police respond strategically to riots in the city. Turi acknowledged the political leadership that has ensured police operations are supported. He said it has led to significant crime prevention efforts in the capital city. ACP Turi said the week-long training was initiated by Director, Reservist Chief Inspector Ruben Giusu. He also thanked ACP Training Silva Sika and his team of trainers. Turi looks forward to working with the team in the future so that more training can be provided to officers in the command. ACP Logistic Chris Smith, who attended the graduation, presented a Toyota Land Cruiser to the Reserve Police Unit, who were also part of the training. He acknowledged that there are some of the hard-working people supporting the force when he visits police stations. ACP Smith said they too deserve logistic support and training because they are part of the frontline policing team. Michael Tampipais, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marape has received the final report of the Commission of Inquiry into the 2024 January 10 riots in Port Moresby, describing the findings as deeply sobering and essential to restoring integrity, professionalism, and public confidence in the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary. The report was presented at Melanesian House by COI Chairman Justice Elenas Batari, concluding a comprehensive investigation into the events widely referred to as Black Wednesday.
Prime Minister James Marape has described the findings of the 2024 January 10th riot in Port Moresby as deeply sobering. The report was handed over to him this week by Inquiry Chairman Justice Elenas Batari. Marape thanked Justice Batari and his team for completing the inquiry despite many challenges. He said the January 10 events, widely referred to as Black Wednesday, were one of the worst breakdowns of law and order in recent years. However, he also stressed that the inquiry look at much deeper issues within the entire police force, including leadership, discipline, and accountability. Justice Batari reported long-standing weaknesses in the police organization, such as poor command and control, lack of discipline, weak governance, mismanagement of resources, and outside interference. He said these problems had built up over many years and were not the fault of any single government. Marape noted that the similar warnings were raised in the 2004 police review report, but successive governments failed to act, allowing the situation to worsen. He added that the government accepts the new findings and will use them as a guide to build a police force. He also highlighted those frequent changes in police commissioners have caused instability. The report will now go to Cabinet and Parliament, and reforms will continue as the country moves toward the 2027 national election. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. Missing family return home safely. Stay with us for that story.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso irresistible fragrance.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Wow.
Thanks for staying with us. A family from Milne Bay who got lost at sea for 3 weeks returned to Papua New Guinea yesterday afternoon after found safe in the Solomon Islands. The family was returning to Misima after leaving their daughter at Woodlark Junior High School when they were caught in a storm. On Sunday, the 25th of January, the Hammersley family of Misima Island in Milne Bay Province traveled to the mainland to drop off their daughter and a teacher at Woodlark Junior High School. The family stayed at Woodlark due to the weather and decided to travel back to Misima Island on Wednesday, thinking it was a good day to travel. Mother and survivor among the 6 was Daisy Hammersley, who shared upon arrival at Jackson's International Airport that they were lost for 3 weeks, and during that time, they eventually ran out of fuel and drifted out at sea.
Wednesday, we took off from Woodlark, heading to Misima. We came to one of the island. We came to one of the Woodlark Island, and we overnight there. In the morning, we took off on our way to Misima. Okay, when we were on the sea, the clouds and the rain began falling and the wind blew, so we couldn't see the mountains of our island. That's where we finished. We ran out of our petrol, and we were just running just to find the island. We were just going and coming, and we don't know the direction. We lost our direction, and we couldn't find our way. So
Daisy shared that the 6 of them drifted for 3 weeks, 2 days out at sea. According to the Google Maps, the family traveled roughly 700 kilometers from Woodlark Island and found themselves on the shores of Alokan in the Russell Islands of Solomon Islands on the 14th of February 2026. Daisy explained that they survived on raw fish and water when it rained.
On Sunday, we went to the police came from Honiara, took us to Honiara, and then the PNG High Commissioner took us to the hotel, Chinese hotel, and they put us there in the hotel.
Daisy gave thanks to those who continued praying for them and acknowledged the PNG High Commission and the people of Solomon Islands for their hospitality. The PNG Weather Service continues to give out strong wind warnings and to take extra precautions, especially out at sea. The strong winds is presumed to continue till April 2026. Member for Samarai Murua Isi Henry Leonard was at the Jackson's International Airport to welcome the survivors. The member was grateful to see his people arrive safely. He said there is a cross-border current that flows between the two countries, which could have drifted the family to the Solomon Islands.
Good luck. I know that area we are in the Solomon Sea, and we share the same international border boundary with Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea. So it's not that very far. So such event is not a first time. I think one of the operators here has gone through the similar experience. The same operator has gone through the similar experience before. And they actually drifted all the way to Solomon Islands, and they got evicted from there to PNG. But this is another experience again. So we have these cross-border currents that come to and fro in between the Solomon Seas, Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea, especially the waters of Samarai Murua. So we have these cross currents coming to and fro. And I think that is the current that actually brought our people across to Solomon Islands in no time. The ocean currents are very fast. They don't travel slow. They travel very, very fast. So this is one of the ocean currents.
Friends of Pomjan visited the Children's Cancer Ward unit at the Port Moresby General Hospital and spent time with the young inpatients. The gesture was part of observing International Childhood Cancer Day, which fell on February the 15th. The visit was by the nursing team at the Pediatric Children's Cancer Ward in an effort to raise funds for doctors and nurses to get enhanced skills training in the Philippines this June. The visit is part of capacity building and exposure to specialized pediatric oncology services that will ultimately benefit children receiving cancer treatment at PMGH. Children in the ward were presented with toys and learning materials. Meals were also prepared for them, which they enjoyed as much as they did with gifts. Friends of POMGEN is charitable and fundraising arm of PMGH. It provides community-driven support to enhance patient care, operational needs, and hospital facilities. The pioneer students of the 3 new programs offered under the Lutheran University of Papua New Guinea in Lae, Morobe Province, underwent their orientation day today at the Martin Luther Seminary. The faith-based institution established in 2022 by the Evangelical Lutheran Church of PNG is expecting approximately 100 students this year for its new courses.
The Lutheran University of Papua New Guinea Act 2022, passed in February 2022, facilitates the establishment and operation of the Lutheran University of Papua New Guinea. The faith-based university is an amalgamation of 3 tertiary institutions: the Martin Luther Seminary, Balob Teachers College, and the Lutheran School of Nursing. The university hosted its orientation this morning at the Martin Luther Seminary in Lae, Morobe Province, with Vice-Chancellor Professor Mio Komolong and Registrar Mrs. Naomi Wilkins, outlining their programs and expectations.
In addition to our existing schools, the Martin Luther Seminary, Balob Teachers College, and the Lutheran School of Nursing, the students you saw today were students of new schools who have registered. This is the School of Engineering and Material Science, offering 2 programs, the Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering and Bachelor of Engineering in Structural Engineering. We have the School of Agriculture and Food Systems, just offering 1 program for this year, the Bachelor of Agriculture and Agribusiness. And the School of Business and Management, offering a Bachelor in Business, Bachelor of Business in Finance and Accounting.
Professor Komolong said nearly 100 students have registered for the 3 new programs, which have been endorsed by the Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology.
And on campus here, we have Martin Luther Seminary. We have about 70 students. We have Balob Teachers College. We have about close to 900 students. And at Lutheran School of Nursing in Medellin, we have close to just over 150 or 70 students. So
the university has no accommodation for the students who are enrolling for the 3 new programs, with the Vice-Chancellor saying arrangements have been made with locals to board some of the students. Kamela Guare, TVWAN News, Lae.
The Internal Revenue Commission has launched a new digital transformation strategy aimed at modernizing tax administration in Papua New Guinea. The main goals of the strategy are to improve the experience of taxpayers and make the IRC's internal processes more efficient.
Acting Commissioner General for IRC, Sam Loy, said the new digital approach will make tax obligations easier for the public and businesses. The main objectives behind the launch of the digital transformation strategy for the Internal Revenue Commission are to improve the experience of taxpayers and make the IRC's internal processes more efficient. The initiative was developed through a timely partnership with the Department of High City under the leadership of Secretary Stephen Matai Naho. Acting Commissioner General explained that the strategy marks a major change in how the IRC connects with taxpayers, reduces compliance challenges, and strengthens working relationships. It also sets a new standard for how taxes will be managed in the country.
If you are compliant, then you will know it. Because as a taxpayer, you will be able to see your account, you will be able to register, you will be able to file and pay without coming to the IRC to help you to do that. This will all be self-help. And these are some of the examples of the transformation that's going to happen in our business process. And then coming to our final point, the third point, is that this is the strategy that we are launching today is going to change the way the IRC conducts its business. It changes our business model. There will be now no need for taxpayers to walk into our counters and be served. They can do this from the comfort of their business. If you're an entrepreneur and you do your business from home, you can do that at the comfort of your home.
A major part of the plan focuses on developing staff skills. IRC employees will receive extensive training to help them work confidently in a more digital environment and keep the organization more strong and effective. The IRC also set high targets for the coming years. It aims to collect revenue equal to 20% of the country's GDP by 2028 and to exceed the medium-term goal of $25 billion by 2027. These targets reflect the IRC's commitment to building a modern, efficient, and transparent tax system for Papua New Guinea. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2330 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2255 $0.3165 Australian dollars, 1.8320 euro, and 34.61 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, palm oil, crude oil closed higher, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones, ASX, and all ordinaries closed higher. You're watching TV1 News. After the break, provinces united through pageant and stories making headlines in the region.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's One Talk Wallet. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Head back to school with Colgate and Protex. Win big! Lots of great prizes to win for your school. To enter, use your favorite Colgate and Protex products. Keep all your empty packets, take them to school and give them to your teacher. Visit the Colgate Pacific PNG Facebook page for more info on how to register. Win school supplies, sporting equipment, and more, all for your school with Colgate and Protex. Promotion ends March 31st, 2026.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. PNG's own coffee.
Missing the headlines that matter the most? Only one better way to stay up to date. TV1 Online. One click on tv1.com.pg. Access PNG's breaking news, top stories, international news, and the latest in sports and entertainment. Visit tv1.com.pg wherever you are in PNG and bookmark it to your home screen. TV1 Online, the news source you can trust, just one click away.
Thanks for staying with us. Organizers of the Miss Bird of Paradise pageant say strong national support and a rotating host system are helping grow the pageant into a platform for leadership, tourism and unity. Yesterday, they celebrated the success and return of Miss PNG to the Miss Pacific Islands pageant, Yampela Popena and the MPIP PNG team. Miss Bird of Paradise Chair Lady Anna Bice has thanked leaders, sponsors and the public for supporting Papua New Guinea's young pageant ambassadors. Speaking at the welcome ceremony for Miss PNG, Bice said the recent regional competition showed that when PNG women rise, the world takes notice and the contestants' effort helped bring the country together.
That when our daughters in Papua New Guinea rise, the world takes notice. And our queen didn't represent Papua New Guinea. She was Papua New Guinea. If you watch the whole week, she tried her very best to represent each and every one of us. And that in itself is something that really united our nation. And I think if some of us lost hope and lost our love for this nation,
while thanking the governor for NCD for supporting young women representing the nation, she urged him to bring Miss NCDC Hanenamo to the next national pageant.
You and Bayu kissing Miss Hiri Hanenamo come. That is your Miss NCDC. Yeah, that is your Miss NCDC. So Miss NCDC, Miss Hiri Hanenamo will represent Miss NCDC in Mount Hagen. Every year, Wangwa province by hosting pageant, and we move around and help the country.
This year's Miss Bird of Paradise pageant will be held in Mount Hagen, with Western Highlands province as host. Bice explained that the pageant moves to a different province each year so regions can support each other while promoting tourism, culture and participation across the country. She also acknowledged the Tourism Promotion Authority, LJ Hooker, government agencies, volunteers and families for the continued backing of the program. The rotating host system and strong national support strengthen the Miss Bird of Paradise program as a pathway for young women to grow in confidence and leadership. Salome Alman, TVWAN News. In regional news, long-serving Fijian Prime Minister Frank Bainimarama and ex-police commissioner Sitiveni Kiliho have been charged with inciting mutiny. The pair were arrested on Monday after questioning at the Criminal Investigations headquarters in Suva. The men allegedly encouraged senior military officers to act against the current military commander during a 2023 meeting. Bainimarama faces an additional charge. He is accused of sending text messages through the Viber messaging app to a senior officer, urging him to assume command at the time of the military's first parade of 2023. Inciting mutiny is an offense under Fiji's Crime Act. The pair is set to face court in Fiji on Thursday, February the 26th. The Vice-Chancellor of Charles Darwin University says the institution's reputation has been damaged by a major bungle involving the qualifications of almost 400 former TAFE students. CDU's head of TAFE has resigned over the staff-up, described as a significant failure by the NT's Education Minister.
135 territory carpenters.
We've discovered that there were some elements of some units that weren't really assessed properly, so there are gaps in their courses that they did with us.
The chippies who thought they were qualified now forced back to TAFE.
There is a huge shortage of tradespeople, apprentices alike, in the field, and this is probably the last thing that we needed.
The problem not limited to carpentry, with more than 200 additional students also affected across a range of other courses.
Some of these units that were used in carpentry were used in some other courses, and there's probably about another 230 affected there.
CDU's head of TAFE, Michael Hamilton, resigning over the bungle.
We are completely focused now on getting this problem sorted out, and I needed a team in place that I was absolutely confident who could work on this problem and get a solution.
NT Education Minister Joe Hersey writing to the Vice-Chancellor, expressing her profound disappointment that she was notified 8 weeks after the matter had first been raised with Skills NT, describing it as a significant failure.
There's no two ways about it. This will impact the university's reputation.
Had this happened to a small RTO like ourselves, would be shut down immediately.
The university says it will cover costs for those needing to return to TAFE.
3 hours drive from Brisbane, the Aboriginal community of Cherbourg is living without an essential, clean, reliable drinking water. A new treatment plant has been promised, but construction is yet to begin.
Are full of energy and eager to learn. But keeping hydrated is more challenging than you'd expect for a community of 1,000 people.
We're the closest Aboriginal community to Brisbane, and look how we're still treated like second-class citizens. Frustrates me.
While the water flows, residents can't reliably use what comes out of the tap.
We don't allow the kids to drink the water because we don't want our kids to end up being sick.
The 70-year-old water treatment plant can't cope with a growing population and agricultural runoff.
A lot of bugs in water that will then manifest as gut problems, so nausea, vomiting, diarrhoea.
Council is continuing to update residents and is campaigning for improvements.
Get the alert from the council on social media and things like that to boil your water before drinking it.
The state government says a replacement $26 million water treatment plant is on track to open before the end of the year, with design work in its final stages. But construction hasn't started.
Now, where we're in need of it, not later, more than ever.
The community has received more than 20 water coolers that draw water out of the air, with Australian scientists at the forefront.
This technology is really helpful for the areas where high humidity and there's a huge water shortage. And of course, it cannot completely replace the existing water systems.
As the community still waits for clean water.
And that ends the news segment. Kepo vows to do better in 3rd OFC circuit, and Barra's head coach takes charge. These stories and more in our sports segment when we come back.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby i-born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long karing baby, na time baby isusu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kisim antenatal check. Time yumi pan him sick HIV area, o time bell mama i positive penis, early treatment i can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV eagle long baby. This latok sawa ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
What would you say to 6 months free bonus credit? Wowee! That's right. Get the Wowee 4G LTE smartphone from Digicel and you'll enjoy 35 Kina bonus credit every month for 6 months, plus a whopping 50 gigs of data and 60 minutes free talk for 7 days. Hurry! Get your Wowee 4G LTE smartphone for only 199 Kina at a Digicel store or agent today, and say Wowee to a total of 210 Kina free credit. Only with Digicel.
Your weekend catch-up just got better. Relive the power and passion of the Harris Season 2.
So you come look Sinababumia.
Fall in love all over again with Dolce Amor. And don't miss the thrilling twists of Brothers Chapter 5. Stop this bickering! 3 hit Filipino dramas waiting for you this February on TVWAN Plus. Your home for the best stories all weekend long.
Hey retro lovers, get ready to take a trip down memory lane with the Retro Music Show. Every week we spin the greatest hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond. We've got your favorite retro tunes covered. So dust off those vinyls, turn up the volume and let the good times roll with the Retro Music Show, only on TV1, where the past sounds amazing.
Thanks for staying with us. PNG Hekari forward Ati Kepo has promised to make amends for his ill discipline during the first 2 circuits of the OFC Pro League. Kepo commented before Hekari PNG departed for Australia for the 3rd circuit, where they will continue their campaign in the competition.
PNG Hekari forward Ati Kepo was served a red card in New Zealand towards the end of first circuit of the Pro League, which ruled him out of the 2 fixtures. He returned in the final game in Port Moresby, where Hekari lost 2-1 to South Island United. The forward admitted that his actions during the game and also his absence on the pitch cost the team big time. He intends to make up for it in the 3rd circuit in Melbourne.
Upcoming games. More discipline law, avoiding card.
Kepo said Hekari PNG endured a tough opening to the OFC Pro League, losing all of the matches in the first 2 circuits in New Zealand and in Port Moresby.
I think like Koran and big challenge people facing, but people need to win straight, so I think people must work hard straight. But in the first game, important for people like to win straight.
Kepo also highlighted that the team has been clearly given areas to improve by the coaching staff.
I must play loose, we play make him coaches work hard, we play last 2 weeks, we play lining some play, good play West Arab, we play something, we play lining finish.
Kepo is known to be aggressive on the pitch, says he will be more disciplined with this game going forward. Hekari plays Solomon Kings this Sunday in Melbourne. Ruth Rongola, TV1 Sports.
Meanwhile, soccer veteran and PNG Hekari FC forward Raymond Gunemba has urged his teammates to stay focused and play with confidence this circuit. Gunemba said the young Hekari outfit struggled in the first 2 circuits because they did not believe in themselves. He stressed on the importance of mental strength and self-confidence in big competitions. Gunemba said when players have confidence in the team, they are comfortable with their game and can do better.
Something the most important something the confident na courage inside the player time you stand up inside the field. This level is high, but you got this confident na trust na when you stand up inside this all the challenges you can overcome it. So like this second me look him. Time me play first level, to play one, me sana want the confident, trust. Me go inside them. I think me game best for me inside lo. It's like game so me like him. Over the players for me too. Over the players me sana bol yang mangi, but the current was all boys all one them. Me play over the mas guys the trust confident me play inside the field.
The presence of new cricket PNG high performance manager and head coach of the PNG Barramundis coach Tim McCaskill is making a significant impact on the Papua New Guinea national cricket players in the senior men's and senior women's teams, including the junior teams, the Garamuts and Siales, as training intensifies, leading to their respective ICC World Cup qualifiers later in this year.
As cricket PNG High Performance Manager and Head Coach of the PNG Barramundis, Tim McCaskill has been proactive in overseeing all the programs at Cricket PNG under the respective coaches for both the seniors and the juniors, with good progress made so far. McCaskill has only been in the country for the past 2 months, and already he's been impressed with the level of professionalism at training and the discipline on and off the field. He was particularly happy with the good work the respective coaches have been doing.
I've been thrilled with everyone's commitment to tasks. I'm new. It's, as I said, I did a little stint at the back end of last year, but here full-time now from the start of February when we returned from the global qualifiers with the Lowers. So the Barramundis have been in a really strong fitness cycle, and we had some fantastic results with young Dauncey running 7:33 for his 2K time trial. So he's the clubhouse leader. When you're looking at that level of endurance and fitness, that puts him up level with other countries. So we're excited. He's the benchmark for everyone to chase.
Coach McCaskill stressed that the immediate focus for the Barramundis right now is the annual Boroko Motors Big Bash coming up in March, which gives an opportunity for other aspiring players from outside of the national squad to showcase their cricket skills against the elite players.
Main program that we're training for at the moment is going to be the Boroko Big Bash. That's coming up in March. So that's an opportunity for players from outside the squad to showcase their skills, to give me the chance to see them and assess their skills against players that we already have in the system.
The Big Bash will again provide an opportunity for everyone, both male and female competitions running over consecutive days, promising some entertaining cricket for the fans. McCaskill noted that he's been overwhelmed by the level of commitment to task over the past 2 months he's been here, which puts the Barras in good stead for what's ahead of them.
The Barramundis have been in a really strong fitness cycle, and we had some fantastic results with young Dauncey running 7:33 for his 2K time trial. So he's the clubhouse leader. When you're looking at that level of endurance and fitness, that puts him up level with other countries. So we're excited. He's the benchmark for everyone to chase.
After the Big Bash, the Barras will set their sights on Japan, including other scheduled tournaments during the course of the year, with dates yet to be confirmed. This will include the World League this October. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Junior Kumul's prop and rising young PNG Hunters recruit Norman Akunai is relishing his opportunity to represent his family, province and country at an elite level after making it into Coach Paul Ayton's final 30-man squad for the 2026 QRL Host Plus Cup season. It's the second time of luck for the young Eastern Highlander after missing out on last year's final squad due to injury.
For the Eastern Highlands gentle giant and former swimmer Norman Akunai, it's been a tough 12 months trying to get back into the Hunter system after experiencing adversity through injury setbacks and a long rehab process that's kept him out of the game for most of 2025.
It's been a very long journey coming into the squad, especially last year. I sold a ligament tear and then I had to go do a 9 months rehab with the rehabilitation staffs here. They've been good, helping me throughout the 9 months, and also being able to come back. It's not easy. It's hard to get on the fitness back, but I'm grateful for the coaching staff here. They've been hard, but been good and been very helpful throughout the journey. It's been good to be back and to be able to make the final squad at last.
With the preseason now behind and the new season looming, young Akunai remains committed to training. He has continued to impress the coaching staff with his work ethic and strong discipline, adding that it's been a grueling 7 to 12 weeks period of rigorous training, both field and gym sessions. This has put him in good shape to compete and lock in a regular spot in the 2026 starting lineup.
It's been good. We had 2 blocks of preseason. Last year we had almost 7 weeks of intense training, and then we had a break, then came back after New Year's, and to continue from there on. But I think the focus heading into the game was to basically build on the combination around the boys. There's a lot of new boys in, and also dwell well with the older boys that are here. But it's been good. The coaching staff and the old boys have provided us an atmosphere that is welcoming to learn and to absorb from their knowledge and skills.
Before he came to Rugby League, Akunai was a member of the Boroko Swimming Club back in primary school days, where he would spend the afternoons at the Tarama swimming pool after school. Akunai revealed that it was his dad, former Port Moresby Brothers Rugby League legend Robert Doc Akunai, who actually registered him and his siblings with the Boroko Swimming Club as a strategy to build and instill strong discipline and good character.
I was part of the Boroko Swimming Club in my early age. My dad registered me to do trainings there, and I was there. I think in the primary days in school, I was part of the swimming club, and then I think coach struck from there, and then I had to. They were using the aquatic center for vaccination and all those, so I had to take a break there, and then I think it was that's big on discipline. So swimming is more discipline, even compared to rugby league. So he wanted us to be disciplined in our life, and also is big on education too. So wanted us to balance out swimming and education. But yeah, things took a turn there, and I joined rugby. At first he was against it, but it's in the blood, so he can't do anything about it. Yeah.
TVWAN Sports.
The next generation of Rugby League Academy talents will be unveiled in April when the 2026 PNG NRL Academy competition kicks off in Port Moresby and Goroka. Team NCD and Team Central, now in their third season, have been hard at training at the Sir John Guy Stadium as the program heads into the final stages of its 22-week block.
This year's PNG NRL Academy program has continued to expose and identify the next lot of talent to be showcased in this year's edition of the PNG NRL Schools Academy tournament, scheduled for the first week of April. Two of the standout players in the NCD Academy program, Junior Davai Rawo of Gerehu Upper Primary School and Nicholas Stephen, who recently completed grade 12 at Bariagua Technical Secondary, have been impressive in their commitment and work ethic. 17-year-old Ravu, who hails from Aroma Coast in Central Province, is a promising talent, making good strides in the NCD Academy Year 7 and 8 category. Young Ravu aims to make the final 20-man squad for the 2026 Academy competition in April. Junior Ravu, who plays fullback and lock, also shares his new experience and how he's embracing the program. He highlighted the value and importance of learning new skills and techniques, especially running defensive and attacking drills and understanding how the system works in real game situation.
Some of the things are like how to tackle and how to defend the lines and how to pass to win the game, like fitness and conditions and ideas to play. I'm happy to be in this program with my family. My family is to support me and pray for me to become somebody in future.
Ravu's short-term goal is to make the final 20-man squad. His long-term goal is to play in the NRL one day and make his family and Central Province proud. Another talented young Central player is Nicholas Stephen, who is on the same trajectory, continuing his passion for the game, coming through the NCD Schools Rugby League system.
It's been quite difficult to each and every one of us boys because we played from each school around Moresby in NCD School Rugby League, and they took us. Our aim sport is to make the final cut of the team and to be the best.
Stephen praised the PNG NRL Academy boss Joe Grima and his team for providing such a unique opportunity to learn new skills and develop their game to transition to other pathways.
As I came into this academy program, I learned a lot to build my skills. Like discipline has to be in and off the field. Like off the field is what we eat to keep our bodies healthy, stay hydrated, and in the field we have to be consistent.
Stephen is a versatile player. The short-term goal is to make the final cut and get into the Vipers NYC this year. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
That ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast. Southern. Port Moresby partly cloudy with chances of few afternoon to evening showers, clearing to fine later. Alotau mostly fine. Momase. Ley partly cloudy with chances of few showers. Wewak partly cloudy with few showers. New Guinea Islands. Cavian partly cloudy with some rain showers. Buka, some rain this afternoon to evening, easing to partly cloudy periods. And Highlands region, Goroka, Kundiawa, Bans, Mendi, Tarian, Wabeg, mostly cloudy with some afternoon to evening showers. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, sea slight to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Solomon Sea, sea slight to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea, sea slight to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, sea slight with easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island to Kerama to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samar Island. And waters of Samar Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, seas 1 to 1.5 meters. Waters of New Island seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huongal to Fincherfen and waters of Fincherfen to Vitia Strait to CSC Long Island to Medang, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. And that wraps up the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
Hey viewers, got a red disc on your roof? It's time to unlock over 80